Hello everybody and welcome to today's No Money Spent episode, and today we completed our first draft of 2K23 and what might also be my last draft of 2K23, because let me tell you, that was by far and away the worst experience I have had on this game so far. Obviously it hasn't been out too long, talking like a week and a half maybe. Yes, I have clocked up an abhorrent amount of hours on this game, 74, whoopsie, but this is the first time we actually tried the draft out properly. We played 10 games. It took me around 4 hours. That's 4 hours of my time, 4 hours of my life. And we'll get into the rewards. We'll talk a little bit more about the gameplay. You know, the more we're playing this game, the more obviously we're figuring out the meta and the ins and outs and the good and the bad. And obviously now that we've completed our first draft, we don't get another shot. There are no draft tickets these days from the agendas. Of course, last year, weekly challenges had a draft ticket in them. Obviously, nobody really played the draft last year. But the reason why, I went for a draft today, the reason why people are going for the draft is because of Iggy. Because Iggy is a grand prize, and obviously, if you can get him rather than playing 25 hours, which is what all this takes, you're going to want to do that, aren't you? That's why I went for it, but yeah, let's get into why it all went so downhill. We've also played Limited, and we have managed to get our ring, and it took me 4 games. I heard some horror stories from this weekend about people playing like 20 and 25 games to get the ring. So let me know down below, how many games did it take you this weekend to get your ring, and then did you get anything out of the Limitless pack? We've got an Emerald card, so you know, Emerald OP. But let's jump into it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for the daily No Money Spent videos, and check out facebook.com/JDCrossover for the daily 2K grind streams. But we're also going to start doing some Fortnite, new season of Fortnite, and FIFA 23 is just around the corner, and I can't wait for FIFA 23 to drop. So I had the motivation at the start of today to get through all of this win the weekend stuff, and by the time I was out of the draft, all of that motivation had dissipated. I had absolutely none left. So we're going to leave all this XP on the table. Is that 1,000, 2,000, 3, 4, nearly 5,000 XP we're going to leave on the table, an untradeable intensity pack. I just don't have the motivation to do it right now. Again, I had it at the start of the day, then I played the game, and it disappeared. So let's have a look at the draft right now. 7,500 VC to enter, or 21,000 MT to enter. So we played 10 games today. It took me about 4 hours to get through 10 games. We won 7 and we lost 3. So I didn't complete the draft. I only won 7. There were some sweaty players in the draft. It is intense. Nobody was really quitting. I think we maybe had 2 rage quits out of all those games. Nobody really quits. It's very intense, much like the name of the packs. That does suit this game mode very, very well. I think it is because it is the main point to get Iggy that most people are like, all the tryhards are going here. But then I think in general, this game is just tryhards right now. I think it's just hardcore players. I don't think there's any casuals left on this game mode anymore. 2K have kind of driven them away. So, let's just say it was 21,000 MT to join the draft. And that first one was a ticket that 2K gave us. But now, to go into another one, we would have to pay 21k. So how much did we earn from going 7 and 3, which I don't think is a bad record. Unlimited right now, we're 8 and 1. I don't think I'm a bad player. Am I a bad player? Am I trash? We're 11 and 3 in clutch time online, but it's actually 11 and 1, I think. We've had 2 losses that aren't losses. But yeah, 8 and 1 there. I don't think I'm a bad player, but maybe I am. I don't know, but maybe I'm not. But I went 7 and 3, which I think is, half respectable. It's decent. It's probably above average. So let's say I bought that draft for 21,000 MT. We came out of it with 27 tokens. You might think a draft run, 27 tokens for 7 wins, averaging, just shy of 4 tokens per game. That's actually quite good. And, yeah, sure, fair enough. That's not bad. Not bad. But the MT side of things, we spent 21k jump into the draft. If we would have done it with this right here, we made back 2,000, not 20,000, 2,750 MT to get into a draft. So if I'd have bought that draft, I would have lost, what is that? 17,000 MT? 18,000 MT. I'd have lost 18,000 MT, and it would have cost me 4 hours for it to do so. That is absolutely deplorable. I don't understand how they can say this is a fair price tag. I don't see how they can justify it being 21,000 MT. I still don't understand why this game mode is 10 games. I don't understand how you can have a draft that takes 5 hours to get through. Why is this game mode got to take so long to get through? FIFA's draft takes 4 games. You get through in an hour. 5 hours? Don't know about that. And the picks are just you can't see the picks here because we can't actually get into it, but they're so heavily weighted towards those final 3 games. If you win 7 games, you get less picks than the final probably like 2 games combined. You get 10 picks on the final game, 9 picks on the 9th game, and 6 picks on the 8th game, with 5 picks on the 7th game, and then before that it's like 3s and 2s and 1s. So incredibly weighted towards the back end, and if you don't get to those 8, 9, and 10 games, it really is a complete and utter waste of time. So, we did it once, and if I can't get through it in week 1, I don't think we're ever going to get through it. So until 2K decide to bring another token here or revamp the draft, because, we wanted it to get revamped from last year. They've added an option for MT, which is great, but it's way too expensive. And they've changed the draft picks. You get them after every game now. That wasn't really the problem. The amount of picks and the way they were distributed was a problem, and the length of the games is a problem. That hasn't been addressed. So, yeah, I think the draft is kind of one and done for us, which is such a shame because it now means to get Andre Iguodala, we do have to go and do all of these, jump through all of these hoops. There's a lot of hoops to jump through here. Are we going to be able to do this in a week? I mean, it's not even a week now. By tomorrow we'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to do this. Is 5 days enough to get through all of that? I just don't know. Here was our team that we went into limited with. So we went in with the starter jar, Zach LaVine, Kawhi, Scotty Barnes, and Pau Gasol. And it took us 4 games. We got the ring on the right. Limitless pack obviously gave us nothing. But next week we get Diamond Prize Ball, which is nice. Week after that, 100 tokens, which is very nice. Then 25,000 MT, which is very, very nice. And then limited option pack at the end of the season, which of course will give us 1 takeover player. So it was confirmed last night by 2K. The option pack has just 11 takeover players. So there's nothing that's specific to limited. Because, if you do, if you are a madman, if you do get all the takeover players, it's literally pointless for you to complete limited. So I'm surprised I didn't put like a specific one in there. But if you do get all of those, then my God, you probably need to take a little break from this game. We did get some new exhibitions today. That's one thing I like about 2K this year. At least we get something on the weekends. It's not much, but it is something. So the film study for the Pacers and the library card as well. Very academic for these 2 today. But yeah, send those 2 off. And I've still got another day on Keep Tahoe Blue. 3 days those boys have been out. If they don't come back with like 100,000 MT or draft, please come back with a draft ticket. I wonder if you can get them from exhibitions. I doubt, but I would like to hope. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling disillusioned about 2K today. In terms of the actual gameplay itself, wait, where are we, draft? I've never known so much rampant off-balling. I'm doing it as well because literally everybody's doing it, but that's just because the way the game has been designed like that. But I've never known it to be this bad in any 2K ever. So that's kind of wild. The offensive rebounds are so broken and so overtuned. They were last year and they haven't patched it. Fouls are mad. It would be nice to have a balance in a 2K, and I feel like we've not got that this year. It's definitely better than it has been in previous years, but it's still quite far away from the mark. But I think today that draft really has just really done it for me. Tomorrow we'll be back in Unlimited, I think. Obviously in Unlimited, it doesn't matter whether we win or lose. Draft, we had the pressure of knowing if I lose, 3 games, that's it, and we can't get another one now. I'm not paying 21,000 MT to waste all that MT. You could look at it as 21,000 MT for a good chance at an Iggy, but is it a good chance? If you don't win all 10 games, not really. Not really. And, like I said, that's not easy right now. Everybody's a hardcore player. I don't know about the player base, the player numbers, or not. Let's have a look at the auction block, see how active the auction house is. So, Pink Diamond Zion, there's quite a few up, isn't there? Pink Diamond Vince's, there's quite a few up. 300k? Jesus. Oh, well, actually, there's not that many up, to be fair. Not really. Given the fact that it was in patch 2 days ago. Is the game in a good place right now? I don't know. I personally have been enjoying my career more, and we will start to do some my career videos. I've got my player up to 95 overall, maxed badges, up to level 10 in my career. So a fourth of the way over there, and a third of the way here to level 40. I do want to get the double-double. I do want to be level 40 in my team and my career. I'm sure people are already working towards that. There's already people that have got level 40 in my team, which is insane. And yeah, I don't know. I've really been hit today with mass demotivation, and it's come as a result of playing the game, which is the saddest thing to happen, man. If it happens via something in the menus or whatever, or like get a bad sale, that's one thing. But coming from the menu, from gameplay and rewards itself, yeah, that's been a tough one to take. And other 3 wins in limited obviously didn't get us anything. So we played limited for about an hour, got nothing other than the ring out of 4 wins, and then yeah, draft 5 out or 4 hours for 27 tokens and 2,550 MT. So a bit of a rant video, I guess. I suppose, I don't know. It's just saying it how it is, but yeah, draft, please change this. This price needs to come down, or the rewards need to be buffed. The games need to come down from 10. I said it last year, and I say it again. 5 hours to get through a draft is just ridiculous when everything else in this game takes so long as it is. People can't live on this game, and even people who can, like me, still can't even complete it. So, kind of nuts. We'll get Iggy the hard way, I suppose, because he does look incredible. So, that is going to do it for me today, everybody. I needed to talk about that. I needed to get that off my chest, and yeah, I hope it changes. Better rewards, less cost to enter, because again, you're losing so much. You're not even close to breaking even at the moment. Yeah, maybe then it'll be decent and I'll go back into it. And a way to actually earn tokens as well. 1 a week would not be too far off, I don't think. But anyway, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Let me know your draft experiences down below. See you next time, and peace.